welcome to Geeks of the Round. We are talking about The Flash, episode probably 7 as well. Plastique.
5.
5?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. It started 2 weeks after Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., didn't it?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know how to count. I don't know numbers good, and I don't speak English good either. In any case, episode 5, Plastique. And this episode was the bomb. Sorry, I had to tell that joke right at the beginning. All right. So let's go around our panel. My name is Matt Moore. I'm a host and producer. Right next to me, we've got Knuckles Goldberg. How you doing, Knuckles?
Good.
And verbose as always. Where's Deano? Do you know? Like, he was supposed to be here. He said he was going to be in these hangouts. No, going to have to slap him around. All right. And by not saying anything this entire time I've been rambling with the camera pointed at me, you're a fucker. So, in any case, next to him we have Isaiah. How you doing, Isaiah?
I'm doing
We don't
great.
care. Charles, how you doing, Charles?
I am doing awesome, and I gotta say, this episode was mediocre at best.
All right. And the person who I already know liked this episode. How you doing, Andy?
I'm doing well. I thought it was a really interesting episode, and we will get into that in a second.
See, I was expecting you to say, hello, Flashers.
No,
You're
it's
calling
called,
them,
we call ourselves speedsters.
Oh,
Matt.
speedsters.
That's what my listening audience from the Flash podcast likes to call themselves. So
I don't understand why we're not calling them Flashers.
Yeah, I like
calling
Flashers
I don't get why
more.
you call them stupid.
Yeah.
So terrible name.
Yeah, that name Flashers is not inappropriate at all.
Hey, they said it, not me. It was very awful.
how about we get into the 5th episode? So Matt, why didn't you
No,
like
actually, I just want to follow up only because it's amusing. I think it was an animated comic that I read that was talking about someone was talking to the Flash and he's all like, so you keep your costume in your ring, and the Flash is like, yeah, huh? And where do you keep your regular clothes? Oh, and I keep those in the ring as well. So when you change in front of everybody, you're literally naked for like a millisecond, and he's all like, yeah, all the time actually. And they're like, does Superman see you? And he's all like, yeah, it gets a little uncomfortable. Come on, Andy, you got to admit that's pretty funny.
I can't even tell the difference between funny and boring anymore because of my emotional numbness. So
Okay. Andy
I may
Andy
laugh
has
at tomorrow.
not gotten a lot of sleep lately. He's been awake for over a day, but we're gonna finish up this hangout eventually. This is gonna be a 2-hour hangout. Is that okay, Andy?
Sure, why not?
All right.
Where can we find a knife on this table?
So, and I just realized I've been blue boxing myself the entire time. So,
You diva. You care about yourself.
oops. So, all right. So we started with the episode. Thoughts. We're gonna start with Isaiah, only because of the fact that I want to get rid of the crap first, and then we get on to the real opinions. Go for it, Isaiah.
Okay, besides that ending of The Flash, it was fucking awful. Oh, God. It was bad. It was really bad.
My name is Isaiah, and I think everything is predictable in Bullshit City.
Iris West again, and the whole plotline regurgitated over and over again. Every line's been regurgitated from the multiplex and Wither Wizard and the Mist. Captain Cole was the only person who actually deviated from the plan. He was cool. His new villains, who gave a fuck? It's like, I don't...
Wait. So you're complaining that a procedural show,
Yeah.
one in which there is a bad guy, they have to chase down the bad guy, capture the bad guy, or kill the bad guy, depending, is predictable?
Yeah, but this one's more
You
awful.
must hate CSI and Criminal Intent and
No, it's
NYPD.
I watch Criminal Minds more than ever. That's actually
You watch Criminal Minds, but you bitch and complain about this.
Exactly.
You're a dumbass, Isaiah.
Yeah, but
That being said, I love you, brother.
I know, but you know I'm right about this episode. It was fucking awful.
All right, let's
There
go
you
with
go.
Knuckles. Knuckles, what did you think about this episode?
I thought it was better than episode 2 and 3. I mean, it was no episode 4, but there you go.
Episode 2 and 3, of course, being the Mist and what was the other one?
Multiplex.
Multiplex?
One was
Multiplex. Yeah.
That asshole. Yeah.
But although at the same time, let's remember that episode 3 did feature Robbie Amell as Ronnie Raymond, so that was, it wasn't a useless episode at that point.
Yeah, and that was a highlight, and that's actually kind of why one thing I liked about this episode is just because I'll throw mine out there. I actually considered this also, much like the episode of Shield that we just were talking about, as kind of a filler episode. I mean, there was one kind of major thing that they ended up doing here, and as far as that's concerned, is I'm pretty sure they have now introduced the season-long bad guy, like the bad guy for the end of the season.
Yeah,
I'm
pretty
pretty
much.
sure that's who that general was.
Yeah.
Now I don't know that for sure, but that is my guess, and I'm not thinking it's Harrison Wells. But other than that, it was a filler episode. It could have been more if Plastique survived, but it wasn't.
Well, I'm glad she's not survived.
Okay, guys. We're talking about a comic book TV show, and technically we didn't see a body really explode. So how do we know that she's actually dead?
Well, she got shot. And she was bleeding.
No, Andy's got a point. No body.
She was bleeding. She got shot to the
it's
heart.
Explosion.
She can't heal. She can't heal.
She's not dead. She's
She
not
can't
dead.
heal.
She was. You will remember she was dead on the shoreline. We
Yeah,
saw a
so
body.
She was dead.
We saw a dead body on the shoreline.
Yeah, we kind of did.
And then that body, after that, then it
Yeah.
blew up.
It blew up. She was dead.
There's no proof of that.
Yes, there
So
was. She
no,
died.
there's no
Other
proof of
than the
that.
huge giant wave,
Yeah,
he had a dead body on the
Weird.
shore.
right.
Weirder things has happened.
But she's dead.
I'm only saying that she's not dead because this is a comic book TV show, and as we all know, according to comic book TV show logic, nobody is ever really dead.
Well, she's not
No one
Batman. She's
important
not Batman.
is ever really dead.
She's not Batman. She's dead. I'm glad she's dead too. Thank you.
Oh my
Well,
god.
one thing I got to say though about Plastique is that in the comic books she's a villain, and in this episode they made her turn out to be a good guy actually.
Anti.
I thought that was a little confusing, to be honest.
I don't
It's
find
called
it.
an adaptation.
Well, there's that too. There's that as well. But I'm thinking that it's possible that if they do end up bringing her back, it won't be her.
Yeah.
It'll be some sort of clone. It'll be some sort of something like that. But that Plastique was dead on the shore.
Yeah, she was fucking dead.
But we'll see.
Talking about comic book TV show. No,
Yeah,
no
they
body.
killed her, but she's not coming back.
There was a body.
There was
Yeah, you
a
saw
body.
it.
Alright,
You-
alright,
You didn't see the body
Moving
in the
this
water.
on.
What happened
You
afterwards?
saw the body. She blew up.
Okay, you give me a screenshot in the water when when we actually saw her body explode, and
She
then
did
we
blow
can.
up. She was going up like a Christmas tree, dude.
We did not witness every cell of hers.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Like,
Oh, like the tire prints. Like let's avoid all the tires and the shoes. Yes, let's do that same thing again.
that's my
let's
joke,
spend- let's
Isaiah.
spend-
Stop stealing my
Let's
joke.
spend another
Yeah.
45 minutes talking about a freaking tire print.
Exactly. You see what I mean? It's just like plastique. We gotta talk about every cell. Like, okay, that cell's still alive.
First off, it was 14 minutes, and that's because you kept fucking interrupting me. And it wasn't about the fucking tire. It was about the fact that Barry was smarter than he really should be.
And the
So
tire.
fuck
too.
you all.
It was a
In any case.
metaphorical tire.
Oh,
In any case, in any case. So we end up having this particular episode. We have this girl who is breaking out of this place. Ends up throwing a backpack, and the backpack ends up exploding.
Yeah.
Or no, she was breaking into a place and stealing a
Right.
file.
She was
That's
like
what it was.
Gambit. She was pretty much like Gambit.
Yeah, actually, that's actually almost exactly what she is.
Yeah.
I look at her as a
exactly.
combination of I look at her as a combination of Gambit and Elsa if she had the power. That's pretty much the way they made they wrote her. It was kind of like Elsa if she had the ability to make things explode. That's how I looked at it.
Let
Well,
it
she wasn't
blow.
cool like
Let it
Gambit.
blow.
She wasn't cool
Um,
like Gambit.
The blow never bothered me anyway.
Yes, exactly. Wait, no, that's a drug reference, sir. You
Yeah,
need
thanks
to
to
stop
Weeded.
doing drugs. No cocaine for you.
Yes, look at Weeded.
Drugs are bad, okay?
Yeah, he sells it to me all the
Yeah,
time.
weed man.
I know
Yeah,
drugs are bad. I'm looking at Isaiah. This
I
is a
know.
perfect example there. But can I say why I enjoyed this episode?
Sure.
Okay, so for the past 4 episodes, we've seen a lot of metahumans that are just plain and simple evil. I like the fact that we got the metahuman we saw this week was not evil. That she was just as scared and confused as Barry, and she had no idea what she was supposed to do. And I kind of like that aspect a lot. I think the actress Kelly Fry who played Plastic, she was good. I would say that this Plastic is so much better than the one we saw in Smallwood, who was just basically a whiny little bitch throughout all the 3 episodes she was in. Clancy Brown as General Eiling. He's awesome, but I don't think he's the main villain of the season. I think he's definitely going to be like the secondary villain of the season for sure, but I don't think he's going to be the main antagonist. But I think he will definitely show up a lot in more episodes, and I think it was a nice dynamic, and also a good change from the other episodes because for once it wasn't just about let's find the evil metahuman and capture them or kill them or yada yada yada. No, this time it was actually trying to help someone who wasn't out to do evil things.
Well, she was gonna kill somebody, and she's gonna kill more people, which is gonna be the soldier guys. So she's not really technically innocent, and she did blow up a building.
She's more innocent than you, Isaiah. I
But
think
she did,
the whole world can
she
agree
did
on that
pretty much blow up a building that could have killed more people. So
because she can control her powers.
yeah, but she drew a backpack and it blew up. Knowing the fact she knew her powers, why she even do that in the first place?
I don't
So
think she expected that she was gonna make that big of an explosion. Like I said,
really
she
not. Her powers are pretty much unstable.
yeah, really.
So she's gonna kill more people if she doesn't get that controlled. But she doesn't care if it's not the people she's trying to
Her
kill.
intention wasn't to kill people. She was trying to get away from the army because they were trying to make her a weapon.
But they
So
took
All
care
right.
of the doctor though.
We've actually already had this particular discussion as a nation, as a world, and it is the Elsa storyline. We've had this discussion in general, like every person on the planet practically that's watched the movie Frozen. She doesn't really have control over her powers. She's trying to protect herself. She's not trying to hurt people, but people end up getting hurt that are directly are directly a threat to her because she doesn't have a choice in the matter. So I see both of your points, but I'm gonna have to go with Andy on this one by a lot.
But she's trying to kill people. And she's trying to kill that doctor who had
Let
nothing to
it
do with it.
flow.
So it was pretty much not really easy to pretty much side her because you almost try to kill someone who's trying to help
You're
you.
trying to kill someone who's got a gun pointed at you.
No, not that.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the guy who she went to the office when the SWAT team before they
she
actually
wasn't
came
trying
in.
to kill them.
Right. She was trying to kill that one guy in the office.
She didn't try to kill him.
But then
She
tried
was
to kill the
trying to
security
get away.
guard with
She
a
was
backpack.
trying to get away. She
And
was
it
trying to
blew
get
up.
away.
Could have got more people killed. So again,
All right, so in any
Andy.
case, she ends up, Barry ends up catching up with her, and of course she ends up touching Barry in a very intimate place. I'm just saying, if he had touched her in that same place, there would be a sexual harassment lawsuit in a hot second.
yeah.
But no, she ends up touching his chest, and that makes his costume go boom. Which Cisco was not alone. That made me sad.
Yeah, but Cisco's being like a little bitch though. He kind of need to shut up though. It's like, okay, the suit blew up.
You
You
think
got like
everyone
two.
is a bitch
You
on
got
that
like
show,
two
isn't
suits
it?
already. It's the same fucking suit, dude. Calm the fuck down.
The only thing I kept
I-
saying to Cisco while watching that episode was like, "It's not your suit anymore, Cisco. It's Barry's suit. So stop complaining."
Right. So
It's
shut up, Cisco. Who cares? Calm the
No, but
fuck down.
I love Cisco. He's adorable. He's one of my favorite characters of all time.
I didn't
I
like him
thought
in the
his
episode.
I thought his crush for Beth was adorable.
It was
Like
creepy
he's
as
like
hell.
he was like I'm gonna kill her. Like ooh, that hello there. She so I think that was pretty cute and I don't know there was a lot of good comedic moments at least in my opinion.
And then of course, with when she ends up warning Barry, that's when we know for sure that she's not a bad guy. that she's not trying to kill people, Isaiah.
Kinda. She is trying to kill some people. So
Only the
again,
bad
she's not innocent.
In that
Still
scene,
innocent
And
people.
talking to the doctor, she did not try to kill him.
Oh bullshit! She wanted to
She
kill him
went
too.
there to
She
get
wanted to kill him.
information.
She wanted. He
That's-
said,
that's
"Hey,
all
we're
she
trying to
did.
help you. You ruined my life, so I'm gonna kill you and that other asshole." Bada bing, bada boom. That's how it's gonna roll.
so,
She
in
was anger.
again, in any case, so we end up having her like run off. Barry is like, "Oh, I don't have a suit," and that's when Caitlin's all like, "Cisco, you've got 2 more," and he's all like, "But I like that one," which was kind of, it was a bitch comment. I'm not
Yeah.
saying he's a bitch, but that was a
So
bitch
kind of
comment.
was a bitch that moment. She was being a bitch now.
Like, it really was. But in any case, I think it's kind of impressive that he just happened to have 3 of those laying around.
Right.
Actually, no. They mentioned that he said, like, don't you have, like, 2 more? And he said, no, I have 2, and I liked that one. So technically he only has 1 other suit.
But
No, she said you had that you had 3 more, and he said he only had 2 more.
yeah, but they're all the same suit, so I don't know why it makes them so different.
But in any case,
Maybe that was the best prototype he had. Maybe the one that Barry ended up wearing in the later half of the episode is not as strong. I don't know.
maybe it actually has a little bit more drag on him, and he'll only be able to go 649 miles per hour instead of full 650 miles per hour.
Yeah, and it's still the same too. It's still the same thing.
Wouldn't
but
that
it's different.
suck? Wouldn't that suck? Like some drag coefficient is why Barry can't save the world.
Right.
Wouldn't that suck?
Cisco's making him slower. They have internet connection.
Well, Cisco did make him slower when he created that cold gun that got picked up by Captain Cold. So.
And in the comic book, Cisco Ramon is actually one of the few characters that can actually stop the Flash because he's vibe.
Was the Flash evil at the time?
No, it was Amanda Waller ended up hiring, recruiting him for the Justice League of America team that they are doing in the New 52. And at one point, one of the reasons she wanted him was because she knew that because of his by powers basically, he could stop the Flash. And there's actually an issue where he actually has to go up against Kid Flash, which I would recommend a lot if you ever want to pick up some good comics. Matt.
Cool.
It's why West Charles.
In any case,
It was fire, by the way.
so remind me, how is it that because I'm forgetting this particular plot point, that Barry ended up catching up with her a second time.
He's fast.
What was she doing that he got alerted? Oh wait, no, that was when they were at the bar? So they were at the bar. Barry was drinking, but not getting drunk.
Right.
They were shooting darts.
Now, that was the first scene.
Yeah, that was at the beginning of the episode.
Oh, okay. Then when was it that he ended up catching up with Plastique the second time, and he ended up like showing
was
his
at the
face to her
end.
like a dumbass?
Oh, that's when she went to see that doctor that was, cutting it open and so on. And the general showed up. They were just outside. He said, "Come with me, and I can help you." And just as they threw in, the flashbang, they run away.
Ah, that's right. Okay, that's right. They were. And then he ends up doing the thing that pissed me off the most. He ended up bringing her back to Star Labs,
Yeah.
and then stands in front of her with no mask on, like in his regular clothes, and that pissed me off. Actually, that pissed me off a
It
lot.
was kind of stupid.
I felt to me that was just a way of him showing that you can trust me. I'm just like you. I have nothing to hide.
I wouldn't trust her. She makes bombs out of her hands. I would not trust her.
But maybe he looked at her and saw, you know what? This is not a bad person. This is just a person that is just really scared and doesn't know what to do with herself.
Until Wheelchair Man pretty much coaster and like, oh yeah, kill this person. Go, go. Wheelchair Man. Yes. Wheelchair Man is right. I mean, Big Cripple Man. I get one of them.
She may have set off bombs with her hands, but she was setting off bombs in his heart.
Exactly. Boom. Thank you, Knuckles. Thank you. Thank you.
Knuckles, why did you have to encourage him?
Knuckles agrees with Isaiah just to piss the rest of us off.
It works so well. Ain't that right, Knuckles?
That's right, buddy.
You are the resident troll of Geeks of the Round.
Bless
but
Twitter.
So, what do you guys think she was telling Barry though when she was dying?
That Harrison made her go kill him and
Yeah.
made him go after General.
yeah, he's a bad guy.
And Lou Rod said this episode was a good one. He said he was going to join us in this hangout, and then he didn't. Yeah, we're talking about you, Lou Rod. We're talking about you.
Where are you, Lou Rod?
I sent you an invite twice.
You're pulling a Charles Whedon on us.
How is that pulling a me? I've come to almost every single hangout.
This is what he does. He always pulls you in just to protect himself whenever he gets shed on himself. So.
No, not really. It's just Charles. I like my.
No, that's not shit. That's his natural skin color, Andy.
I know, right? See?
Oh right, I
Charles,
forgot.
Matt knows that. See, Matt and me.
Sorry, that was probably the most racist thing you'll ever hear me say.
Yeah, it's not really racist to me when we're all like black.
That was pretty damn racist.
Well, you're black, man. You're black, so it's all good. You're black just like me. Just like Whedon, me, and Knuckles. We all black up in here. We black. We ain't racist. Black.
I want to kill myself.
Well, I am from Long Beach, so.
See, there you go. Thank you, Knuckles, for doing that. We black too up in here.
So how about we talk about the Flash?
Because there's almost nothing else to talk about, and we got 15 minutes to go. All right, so there was. She tried to redeem herself, and Harrison Wells convinced her to go kill the general to protect her flock, which I don't know, just seemed. I think she agreed way too quickly. Because it's just like, oh, the right thing to do is to go kill someone.
Right.
Like, in what world does that just? Oh yeah, okay, that makes sense. Let's do that.
Right. Again. Fake crippled guy, he's pretty much the bad guy.
He might not be fake crippled. You never know, Isaiah.
Thank you. See, there you go. There you go.
Even though we do know because we've seen him stand up and walk.
That's right, Charles.
Maybe he takes a magic potion right before he walks.
He takes a Mirakuru.
I know you're fucking with him, but Isaiah may actually like say you never know, and I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Well, thank you, Charles.
Maybe he just has telekinesis and he uses his mind to walk.
Thank you, Knuckles. Knuckles knows
Knuckles.
what's up.
See, this is amazing.
God damn it!
Hey guys, Gorilla Grodd, let's talk.
Oh yes.
Let's actually talk about that. That's actually I want to actually get that right at the end, because of the fact that it kind of is a flashback that doesn't necessarily have to do with the main storyline. So let's finish that up and then we'll get back to it. So basically you end up. She ends up going there. She ends up getting shot. She ends up dying on the beach. She ends up getting thrown out into the sea, in which she explodes. In theory, you can disagree if you want, but she explodes in the sea.
What happened to the shockwave, though? Wouldn't it be a shockwave from that massive explosion?
There was a shockwave, and we saw it on screen.
Yeah, but shouldn't be like a big shockwave that affects
There was a big shockwave. We saw it on screen.
Yeah, but it should be like a little bit more.
That wasn't big enough for Isaiah because Isaiah needs to have everything just gigantical.
See, there you go. Andy Grisman right there. It should be bigger. It should be more massive.
You saw explosion, which was like 60 feet into the air and like 30 feet wide, and then you saw the shockwave that went like 3 miles onto shore, and Isaiah's all like, "Oh, it should be bigger."
Exactly. Where's the radiation? I need the radiation. Goddammit.
From plastique.
Exactly.
All right. Andy is almost dead. We've almost killed Andy.
Yeah. Isaiah logic works too much.
The shame.
So, and then of course, let me see. What else do we need to talk about? Joe, of course, ends up revealing to Barry that he knows that Barry is in love with his daughter, and he seems to encourage it. I think he seems to be okay with it, and maybe he kind of wants to see that happen. But I don't know.
It's kind of what he's saying.
He's had Barry in his house for many, many years, and he knows who Barry is. I think he trusts him at this point and thinks that, this is a good kid. I think he will be perfect with my daughter, and he trusts him. So I think that makes a lot of sense why he would want to see them together. Or he's just reading Twitter like the rest of us, and he's like, all the other Flash fans wants to see them together, so I should.
Isn't
This
it
is
I
funny?
how they
totally
break
thought
the
this
fourth
kid
wall.
was crazy. I totally thought this kid was crazy for 12 years of his life. But you know what? Now I know he's not crazy, so I like him.
So when isn't it pretty much like contradicting what he said, like stay, like don't tell Iris about any of this. But now he said, okay, if you date her, that's cool by me. But dude, that's actually your daughter in trouble. So it's kind of confusing when he said like, oh, I'm cool with it, but
Okay, let
don't
me
tell her
let
the
me
whole thing.
let me let me help you, Isaiah. Okay, he doesn't want him to tell Iris that he's the Flash. He has no fucking problem with him telling Iris that he loves her, wants to be with her. The end.
But that's confusing though because he's a
Why is it
superhero.
confusing?
It's like remember like Peter Parker and Mary Jane. She got kidnapped every fucking time because she was married to Peter
I don't
Parker.
think
Got kidnapped
Jesse, I don't
by
think Joe West
Venom,
thinks about the
Mysterio,
fucking
by
problem that Mary Jane and
everyone,
Spider-Man
by
have.
Green
Oh my
Goblin,
god.
you name it.
So,
So I'm kidnapped all the time.
I want to shoot
and
myself.
that is the kind of Captain Stacy way of thinking. Is that's kind of Captain Stacy knew about Spider-Man and said, "Don't fucking tell Gwen and stay away from my daughter." That was both in the comics and in the movie. And I don't know, like I can see that. Is you can date her, but just don't fucking tell her.
Or pretty much get close to her. You can date her, but just don't have no intimacy. You know, no scissoring.
Yeah. Nope.
Yeah, because
Shut
that's
up,
exactly.
Isaiah.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna talk too much.
Yeah, you,
All right.
yeah, you exist too much.
Oh,
So,
man.
so let's get to the Gorilla Grodd because I know how much Andy wants to talk about that. Gorilla Grodd was in the episode. Okay, we don't have anything else to talk about now. Let's get to wild speculation. I'm just
go.
kidding, Andy. I would not do that to you.
No, don't talk about the other ones. Please don't. No, please don't. No.
Talk about the other one. What? We're talking about Gorilla Grodd.
Not the Gorilla Guard. You know what the other one I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about.
No. No, use your mind for fucking once and actually
Because
say what you want to.
The Irish West and Barry Allen bullshit drama. Like, dude, we've been over it like a billion times. Who gives a fuck about you and you mute? I don't care. Please end this drama.
I have no idea what he's talking about yet.
Yeah,
I think-
he's complaining about this
This does
last
this every time. Like, okay, I'm trying to look for the streak. You name the streak. You can name the Flash or the Bulb or anything.
Oh my-
Yeah, no
You
one.
name the streak.
Did you just call him the bulb?
Exactly. That would have been better than the streak. But why'd you call him the streak? Why? Because he got streaking of draws? What's going on with that? What's
Same thing in Arrow, where they called him the Vigilante, then they called him the Hood, and now they call him
That's
Arrow.
smart. You gotta call it Flash, the streak. Call him
Oh my
something
God.
else. Call him
Isaiah,
Okay,
Isaiah,
Call him
this
anything.
is season 1. This is season 1 of The Flash. They're probably going to build up to calling him the Flash, possibly
Streak.
next season or even season 3.
But the streak.
So-
is
They're
not-
doing.
but it's
Gorilla
just,
Grodd. We end up having a flashback with Harrison Wells and General Fuckhead, whose
Yeah,
real name is like
he's actually-
Eileen or General something like that.
Eileen.
Isn't he?
He's alien.
Let's call-
General
Eileen.
Alien.
Yeah.
He also is a super villain too.
Yeah, no
and
shit.
I really do think that he's going to be the general. Well, haha, but he's going to be the bad guy for the season.
No, he's not.
I can see that.
But we'll see. I think Harrison Wells is going to show himself to overall be a good guy, and the general is going to
No,
overall
he's
be a
not
bad
good
guy.
guy.
But that's
He's
just
not.
my
He's
theory.
not.
We will see. But in any case, so we see a flashback between the two of them, and Harrison Wells is defending one of his subjects, and he speaks with such conviction that you do not doubt for a second that it's a human being. Did anyone doubt that it's some human, some
I
subject?
thought it was some human.
I knew it was Grodd
How did you know it was Grodd?
because the executive producer said that he was going to be in an episode. And I was like, okay, this is the moment. Plus, it was a cage.
That's cheating.
That is.
That's
No,
cheating.
It's
You
not
didn't
cheating.
know by the story, and that was my point.
I didn't cheat. I saw a tweet that I didn't intend to see, and then it was just there.
It's unintentional cheating.
Take out the cheat sheet. It's okay. It's
Well,
okay.
I have a question in regards to Gorilla Grodd. Do you think that we're going to see Gorilla Grodd this season in all his glory, where he's like more evolved?
You want to see him naked?
Yeah, you want to say I'm naked? What?
God damn it! That's not what that phrase means. Damn it!
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does.
I think we're gonna
Urban
see.
Dictionary,
part-
that shit.
I think we're gonna see, a few glimpses of him throughout the season. I think they're saving him as a season 2 villain, but I think they're definitely gonna hint and develop him, kind of on the side of, everything else that's going on.
Wouldn't
Well,
that would actually be kind of cool if he were
It
like
would be.
like the villain for season 2.
Yeah.
Like the entire season were around Gorilla Grodd.
Yeah, because then because at least then you have a season that you can build off from. You have a structure, you have a foundation. If you would make him the main villain for season one, that would be too early because we're like it's the first year. We still haven't
Built
we're
everything.
yeah, exactly. Thank you, Matt. That was what I was looking for. So I think I'm not done. So I think that with Gorilla Grodd, even Gorilla City as they've introduced it in the comics and stuff, we may see that maybe not Gorilla City, but we will definitely see Gorilla Grodd, and I think he will definitely be a season two villain. If not, he will team up with another villain in season two.
Maybe Coulson saw the blueprints for Gorilla City.
Yeah,
That's what
maybe.
exactly. It's like there's crossover. There's crossover.
There's crossover between the DC and Marvel TV shows. I specifically said that to piss off Charles, but he's not reacting.
Right. He must be
Charles.
crazy.
I think he's tired. He's sleepy.
All right, so we get to see Gorilla
hey,
Grodd.
Matt.
He's not wearing his crown. Or
Yeah,
his helmet.
your comment on Gorilla City, fuck off.
All right, thank you. That was the reaction I was looking for.
Yeah.
But yes, we did not see Gorilla Grodd with his helmet. We don't know what his abilities are, at least yet. We assume that they are some sort of mind control, but we don't know. We'll see more on it. I guess maybe next season. Does anyone else have anything else to throw in about Gorilla Grodd?
I think that because we do get the hint that that Harrison has a plan for him. So I think that when the particle accelerator accident happened, I think that he may have, one of the reasons he made it was, maybe to grant Gorilla Grodd his abilities, and that's how he will come back. He will be, he will have all those powers and whatnot.
So do you think he's going to have a helmet that helps augment his abilities?
Maybe not a helmet. I think maybe the particle accelerator will actually make him, maybe he will be independent from it. He will actually get all his powers just through that, because that seems to be one of the ways how they're introducing superpowers right now into this universe.
Maybe he'll wear just a smart hat.
Exactly.
Like a cowboy hat, and have an English accent.
Or he'd be like Mr. White.
That won't be stupid at all.
Or he'd be like Mr. White.
I think that would be really realistic.
I don't think so at all.
I still want Andy fucking Serkis to play Gorilla Grodd. I know I'm never gonna get that, but it's it would be so fucking perfect.
That would be kind of cool, yes.
But it's expensive, so. But do you guys think that it was was that a real? This is such a stupid question, but I'm gonna ask it anyway. Was that a real gorilla, or do you think that was CGI with? What do you think that was?
That's hard to tell.
I would have to say that it was in the shadows so much that it would almost have to be CGI.
It has to be, but it was hard to tell.
They could have done like Buffy. They could have gone with a suit and then just put him in the shadows on purpose, just so that we wouldn't see all that layers, and then they would get the sound basically.
Yeah, I could see that. I just can't see it being an actual gorilla.
Yeah, because an actual gorilla would be like too unstable to have on scene. They're crazy.
They're not.
Yeah,
they're not crazier than you, though.
That's true, Andy. Thank you for pointing out. Yes, I'm the more crazier one. This is why they fear me.
I just insulted the man, and he.
I know.
So,
it's hard to
wild speculations, Charles, because you forget yours.
Yeah.
My speculation is that it has to do with Gorilla Grodd. With your thing about possibly Gorilla Grodd showing up next season, and that one of his powers might be is mind control, but that'll probably be one of the first things. I don't think Gorilla Grodd is going to show up on screen initially. I think he's going to use mind control to take control of human beings that will do his bidding, and I think that in season 2 it's going to reveal. It's going to be. This is going to be insanely racist, but I can definitely see a black guy, possibly a very strong, a tall and strong black guy, possibly wearing a suit, tie.
Why can't it be a white man?
Stop, you're getting Andy.
Just let me finish. Just let me finish. And he looks all civilized, and he looks all orchestrated, and he is causing problems for the city. And it appears that he might actually be the bad guy, but then some point later in the season, it is revealed that he's just a crony for Gorilla Grodd. Gorilla Grodd is controlling him or is speaking through him. That Gorilla Grodd himself doesn't actually speak, but he speaks through his slaves. And I can definitely see that. I mean, yes, being a black guy is somewhat racist, but I can see it playing out like that, and it would actually be better than how I'm saying it. And
Charles, it's not racist because you're black too.
Exactly. And
God
plus,
damn it!
and plus,
Look at my skin.
also, Charles, did you copy that from Scooby Doo? Because again, they did that the same thing too. Yeah, Gorilla Suit, and
I
the bad
just
guy was a
think
black guy.
I just
So
think
that was
that
extremely racist.
through the most part of season, let's say the first half of season 2, there's going to be some guy who's going to be causing problems for the Flash and his allies, and then later on, it turns out to be nothing but a thrall of Gorilla
But
Grodd,
you
and that
said
he's
black guy
speaking
though.
through him.
So you just copied the
Well,
Scooby Doo.
black guy, at this point, it doesn't fucking matter.
You copied
Matters
Scooby Doo.
that
You
like
copied
that.
plotline
So,
of Scooby-Doo.
but fuck it. Fuck it. All right, my speculation is done. My speculation is done.
See, Andy, now you see why I let these things go sometimes.
No, trust
Because
me, I
sometimes
still
they get to
hate
that
it.
point.
I still hate the fuck out of Isaiah, but still, my speculation is just that they're gonna call him the Flash within the next 2 weeks. There you go.
Oh,
I hope so.
okay.
I
Did
hope.
now I have a question. Yeah, are you getting that from social media? Or are you getting that from just pulling that out of the air?
Well, I've speculated about this since months ago, but then having seen titles for the episode, read synopsis and so on, I may have a teeth. Forgot that they
Okay.
publicized that the crossover between Arrow and Flash is literally called Flash versus Arrow. So yeah, he's gonna be called Flash within the next 2 weeks.
Oh, nice. Okay, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. I think that if you're not getting it from like a writer or a producer, that's completely fair. 'Cause,
I will say this
we all
that
watched the previews.
I will say this that I did speculate a long time ago in season 0 of my podcast that I think it would take them 5 episodes before they could actually start calling him the Flash. I think that it would be just like different than Arrow's first 5 episodes, but I think that after 5 episodes he would be faster established than Oliver. That's why he would go with the Flash. So, but then when I saw the titles for the next couple episodes, I'd already had that idea. So it wasn't that I'd read the title in advance. It was something I'd speculated many, many months ago in one of the early episodes of season 0.
Cool. Okay. I think I actually did listen. I was listening to a few of those early podcasts until I got busy with work. So
Yeah.
I do believe I did hear that one.
Yeah.
I haven't listened to yours is the most recent podcast I listened to. That's how busy I've been.
Well,
and
thank
that
you,
was
Dan.
like episode 4 or 5.
No.
So I don't know. Isaiah, Knuckles, either one of you have a wild speculation? Because I got nothing.
I don't really have anything.
Alright, so it's time for the black guy to save the day. I know, it's so great. Anyways, folks, anyways. No, in fact, I already said this big speculation like a million times. Harrison Wells, you can't trust him. You can't trust the fake cripple guy. If he fakes to be crippled, he's a bad guy. And plus, he had a real bond with Gorilla Grodd. So, it makes you think, like, wait a minute, did he start scheming and planning the Flash future? Gorilla Grodd and Reverse Flash working together, which has happened before. Like,
I don't know, Isaiah. I think if the chair don't fit, you must have quit.
Exactly, thank you. The chair doesn't fit, it'd be like that. Like, what happened to the chair, man? What
I
happened
was
to the chair?
disagreeing with you. You're
Well,
now agreeing with my disagreeal.
I know, right?
You're
It's
noticing it
kind of psychology.
now. Every time you insult him, he takes it as a compliment, but that's because he's pathetic. He's gonna.
See, even Andy knows it too. See, the goodness of all.
All right,
good
finish your
stuff.
speculation.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, you want to continue more? Okay, cool. All right.
Oh,
Since
no.
Gorilla Grodd has a big plan and everything, he might have helped Professor Zoom pretty much plan out every single moment for the Flash. So we have more people planning out the Flash routine, and so it's going to be very, very interesting. And so if Reverse Flash does die, then he's going to pass it on to just someone else. It's going to be Eddie Thorne. So in other words, this is going to be really interesting evil web of deceit and evil.
Yeah, keep smoking at the pot that you smoke, and just keep doing what you're doing. It's,
Tell the you guys start giving the pipe, but you doesn't
no,
share.
don't
Share it all. You don't share your bathroom. Is that right?
Yeah, and you put him on that.
Lou Rod says that by the season finale, we're gonna see Grodd. Well, or mid-season finale, we're gonna see Grodd. Well, technically, we've already seen Grodd, but I know what he means. We're gonna see him in action. I assume he means. So we'll see. I don't know. I think that I don't know that by the mid-season finale, but if I've got a wild speculation, it's going to be that we're going to see Gorilla Grodd's machinations by the end of the first season. We might not see him in action specifically until maybe the finale, but we're going to see the effects of some of the things he does before that, and I'm pretty positive about that. Even if they don't explain it this season, maybe early in the second season they're going to be like, "Hey, remember when this thing happened? Yeah, that was me."
Yeah, I can see that. That'd be cool.
Kind of like Doctor Who just did for like the entire past 2 seasons on the season finale, but no spoilers.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna wrap up. Andy,
theflashpodcast.com.
Isaiah
Zone.
geekswitharound.com, which currently I just remembered I have to actually pay for, so it's down. But you can still find Geeks Around on Google Plus, and of course YouTube.com/geekswitharound, which is probably the easiest way to see these videos. Like them, subscribe to us, all that other fun stuff. The more you do that, the more people see our stuff, and the bigger our community gets, and the more comments we get, and the more engaged everyone is. So it's all good all around. Thank you for watching, and have a great day. Bye.